Hello and welcome. We're trying something new today. We're in front of a green screen. Maybe you can tell, I don't know.
And we're on a bench.
And we're on a bench. All shoulder to shoulder. We're like sardines.
Sardines.
I don't know, maybe that's an old joke. But,
You smell like a sardine. I'm
thanks. That we're here to talk about the film Darkest Hour. There's no "the" at the beginning.
Not to get it confused with The Darkest Hours. Remember that one? Everyone remembers the movie about the invisible electric aliens that took over the world. Oh man,
in Russia.
I'm surprised I remember that one.
Mm-hmm.
No, that's the appropriate look. No, Darkest Hour is the Winston Churchill biopic. I always say biopic. I've heard it both ways. I think the proper pronunciation is biopic.
That just sounds weird.
So
that's
weird.
never sat well with me. Yeah, so I always go biopic. But yeah, starring Gary Oldman, and he's getting a lot of awards buzz. I would be shocked if he didn't win the Oscar.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, let's start with that. Gary Oldman as Winston Churchill. He's amazing.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah.
Barely recognizable at all.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't argue with anyone saying this could possibly be his best role. That I've always been a huge fan of his. That he's a chameleon. He can play almost anybody. That I've seen him tackle how many different accents and just he was definitely the best thing about this.
Mm-hmm.
That blew me away.
Mm-hmm.
His performance was always interesting to watch,
Uh,
whether he was being serious or kind of goofy.
it's definitely a performance showcase. Like 90% of the movie is focused on him, as it should be, and just I'm rooting for him to win the Oscar. One of the more impressive performances I've seen in the last few years, like those award bait roles. But
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so it takes place around time of the German invasion of France, and covers Dunkirk a little bit, so that's funny. We've got two Dunkirk movies this year.
It is funny.
It's the political side of it.
Yeah, we don't see much of that battle or the escape or whatever you want to call it, like we did in Christopher Nolan's
Evacuation.
Dunkirk. Thank you, evacuation. I knew there was a fancy word. Yeah, such a fancy word that wasn't coming to me. But we see little glimpses of that here and there. But yeah, it's definitely focused on more the political aspect and what was going on in Britain leading up to that, and
Parliament.
and what his first 2 weeks as prime minister,
Think
maybe
so.
somewhere around there. But,
Yeah, they always showed you the dates. So
I liked how they did that transition.
Thought that was
from
interesting.
Day to day, have it on the screen, and kind of like a clock flipping over. But other than Gary Oldman, I thought one of the standout aspects of this one was just the way it was shot, just expertly crafted. It looks beautiful. It should be getting like cinematography nominations and production design, and has so many really clever camera angles, and
very much more stylized than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah.
Which more stylized than I was expecting, which boosted my opinion of it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's one thing that really helped hold my attention. Just the way every scene looked, and yeah, certain shots that would focus on different things that were going on, and transitions and stuff like that. I thought were expertly done. But, and the musical score,
Oh yeah.
right off the bat.
probably my favorite of last year. That
Mm-hmm.
yeah, really well done there.
Mm-hmm.
But I would say that the first half, like, I was riveted that first hour, and then it fell off just a little bit for me. Like, I never got bored or anything, but yeah, I thought the first half was definitely a little stronger than the second half for me. Anyway, that it started delving deeper into the political goings on of everything, which was what I was expecting to, but yeah, just slow down just a tiny bit, but yeah, not a complaint or anything.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I noticed the same thing.
Mm-hmm. Seemed like it got a little more dramatic.
Yeah.
Which only makes sense.
Uh-huh.
Movies
It
are
makes
supposed
sense,
to
yeah.
generally get more dramatic as they go along.
Because it was war time, so
Yeah.
it makes sense, but
Uh-huh.
yeah.
Mhm.
The first half was, I was
Like,
surprised how entertaining and capturing it was.
I didn't have a single thing to nitpick or anything at all in that first half, and yeah, I was just sold from the very beginning, but yeah, I was surprised how much humor there was in this.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It had me chuckling throughout. Just Churchill's abrasive personality.
Just all his antics and the way Gary delivered it. Gary Oldman.
Again, this is Gary Oldman's movie. That the rest of the cast surrounding him, they're all very good too, but he just knocked the whole thing out of the park. But yeah, he deserves all the accolades that he's getting.
Seemed pretty clean. Like,
Yeah,
I mean-
yeah.
I don't know, I wasn't really expecting it not to be clean, just there was hardly anything.
Yeah, this one was PG-13. What was it rated for? Because
I never looked it up.
It wasn't
Yeah.
intense. It didn't. I guess it had a few British vulgarities, but I don't remember any actual cursing.
Yeah,
in
there
it,
wasn't
but
really anything.
It felt pretty PG to me, but yeah. Of course, most younger audiences would turn their nose that, oh, a stuffy British historical movie. But yeah, I would definitely recommend it for anyone who thinks they'd be interested in something like that. This is definitely one of the better political dramas.
Mm-hmm.
But we ready to rate it then?
I guess so.
I'll probably give it a 7.5. I was trying to decide between that or going a full 8, but for right now, after one viewing, I'll stick with 7.5.
Yeah, I was really like I said, thrilled with the directing style and how everything played out. Like I said, the ending got a little slow, but I was almost thinking I might give it a full 8.5.
Sure, yeah. That first half I would have given a 9, easy. And again, nothing against the second half, just slows down just a bit for me. But yeah, again, I was trying to decide real hard about giving it a full 8, so we'll see on repeat viewings. But yeah, the directing needs to be as commended as Gary Oldman in this. 'Cause, yeah, I thought it was all excellent. But what about you?
I always have trouble figuring out what to rate these
Sure.
like Oscar-y dramas, because like if I like them, usually it's still not really the type of liking like where they're like my favorite thing or anything like that.
Where you're jumping at the chance to see it again or anything.
Yeah, because but then it was a very good movie.
But yeah, just give it whatever.
And I'd
you're
probably give it
thinking.
the 8, I guess. I'm gonna go in the middle.
Middle of both of us.
Yeah. Nothing wrong with that, but yeah.
Like I was borderline on 8 or 7.5, but then
Sure.
just since you said 7.5, didn't want to always tie with somebody.
Spice it up a little bit, yeah. But yeah, again, a very excellent movie, definitely worth a recommendation, and yeah, definitely more recommended if you know you like those kind of historical dramas. That it's definitely a drama. It's got a couple brief war scenes, but there's a lot of time spent just heckling it out with all the stuffy British Parliament, and again, I found that stuff a lot more interesting than I was expecting. Yeah, it could have been really bland, and it wasn't.
Just like the way it was filmed and stuff, just again just kept it interesting and had an interesting atmosphere, I thought, during the scenes in like the Parliament room and stuff.
Yep.
Yeah. It was good. See you later.